Right now, they are able to teach themselves. You just get a group. The group must have the someone who is going to head them. After I just said, right now, we are going to have the demonstration. The question just come: how can we separate the liquids with the different densities? They just said what's needed there right now. They said, teacher, let us get cooking when we get water. My name is Wilfred Joshua. I'm a teacher at Kibirige Memorial Primary School in Buikwe district. I teach primary 7 science and primary 6 science. The challenges the school has been facing in science education, one, the challenges of making the real objects to the learner, how to explain learners some complicated drawing, and as well also how to make learners understanding the real science fact was the problem.
Then teachers used to teach us things, but when we don't understand well, when they can tell you the human heart, but when you don't know how it looks like, but now you can.
We never knew, because they were talking about lenses. We never knew what are lenses. How they can talk about lenses, but we never knew. But after being
Introduce science kit in our school, at first it has made my teaching easy. I've been using science kit that grouping learners into different groups during science lesson, whereby they do practically, while me I just keep on monitoring them, giving them what to do while they are doing hand in hand by touching, and also it has brought impact to me as teaching, has made my teaching easy, because nowadays I cannot draw the diagram. The diagram I cannot draw. I just come with the real model I give to the different groups so that they just learn. After they draw some diagram, then they start name according to the diagram they have drawn and the real model that they are seeing.
The teachers came to teach about the skeleton. You see the real skeleton, you see each and every part without lying or confusing you.
Yeah, when we are connecting the electric circuit, the first step taken is just to put the dry cell into a container, which helps to connect it with the conducting wires. Connect the conducting wires to the dry cells. Then you get there's a wire which is red in color. It sometimes means the negative terminal, and the one which is black in color sometimes represents the positive terminal. So you connect them to the bulb. So you can put your bulb in its right position. You get the switch. You can break and even complete the circuit. When you break the circuit, the bulb will not produce light. But when you complete it, the bulb will produce light. And they have saved me a lot of parts, because electricity is set in almost each paper I face daily. And I found it, at my first school there, I found it a challenge. We could not even get time to do practicals, just teaching just for passing, but even passing could fail. And for me, in all topics they have taught in primary 7, I have loved the topic of the skeletal and muscular system. I love that part because I can be able to differentiate that here is the longest and the strongest, which helps me to pass. And I know that with the help of my teachers and support from my friends, and with the help of the science kit, I will excel in theory.
The learners' engagement in science lesson, it has changed totally. They started learning science become their best subjects, which they always have labs.
Didn't go beyond 80 because I could even admire people who say that I got a 90. I could admire them. I say, how do you make it? But now, at least my poor performance, if I try performing poorly, is 80%.
85. My best performance before you got the science kit used to be like 60, 50, but now I can even raise an 80 just because of river flow.
According to the previous time and the previous years, whereby the science kit was not yet brought in our school, by that time the science was had by learners to do it, and by then the performance was still low in science subjects. That is how it has changed. So now science has become the best subjects in our school.
Remember what was in that diagram and you answer it. And this science kit has helped that so much because I'm new on this school, but I've got a new performance and I have achieved many things. If you bring the paper, you can think about the things which you learn in the science kit and you answer very well, and you can easily remember them.
Teachers who came up with this idea, the teachers of science, they have helped us so much to make our children to understand science deeply. At first, we didn't have this science kit. We got it in 2023. We contacted the River Flow, and they came, they trained the teachers, and the pupils were trained. Then we acquired one science kit. But this science kit has changed our children so much because it is the learning by touching. It is not just getting theory. At first, the teachers were getting difficulties in drawing the diagrams of the science. They draw how they feel like. But school has improved since we received the science kit. In 2024, our school was the 10th in the performance in the Uyupa district because the children performed very, very well in science because of the science kit. So we are so grateful, and we always encourage other schools at least to use this new approach to make children to understand more and to simplify the work of the teachers to teach science. The message I have for my candidates in 2025, I know they are going to perform so well because last year we were the 10th in the Pelo in the Uyupa district. I expect this time we are going to be at least 50th from first to 50th. We are going to score that in the Uyupa district, and I know, I feel there is a courage I needed to give to my children and the teachers to use the innovative way of teaching science by use of practicals than theory on blackboards.